What we've done here in our shop is we've taken a straight edge and we've found the flattest, straightest part of our concrete floor. And even though the floor looks as though it could be fairly straight, you want to make sure that you have a straight edge to ensure any imperfections can be eliminated in your measurements to get the most level, flat area to make your adjustments. We have our shop technician Francis here, who's demonstrating what we've used to find our straight edge, and then you can see we've marked on the floor so that we can put each machine in the same location. People at home that use one mower to cut their entire property, this may not be as critical. However, when we use multiple machines on one property, we want to ensure that each machine is cutting at the exact same height across the entire lawn to ensure that nice carpet cut. Before we make our adjustments, we're going to take the time to lift the mower and ensure that the blades are facing front to back. This is very critical when adjusting your blade cutting height and the pitch of your mowing deck. After the mower is lifted, please make sure to secure it so that the mower cannot drop down on the person or persons working under the mowing deck. You want to make sure that your mowing blades are facing front to rear. On machines with more than one blade, you want to use the two on each end of the cutting deck. Measuring the blade at the frontmost tip is critical in ensuring that you have a proper cutting height. The tips is where 90% of the cutting is done on your machine. You can also take this opportunity to clean and scrape out the underneath of your mowing deck and remove any debris or buildup. Proper airflow and suction is critical to stand the grass straight up and get a nice even cut across the top of the grass. The next step in the process is to make sure that your tires are properly inflated and that both sides have the same tire pressure. We also have a block to support the mowing deck while we make adjustments, and we have a gauge that we came across that's very helpful in measuring the tip of your mowing blade underneath the deck. You can find these at your local mower store, where you purchased your machine, or at your tractor supply company. You can also use a scrap piece of wood under the deck, which will show you how to mark and measure to check cutting height. Here you can see exactly how the gauge operates. You place it at the tip of the blade and check for the amount of inches off the ground. 3 inches is the lowest that you want to cut your grass during the mowing season. You're going to want to check the blades on both sides. Not only will this ensure proper cutting height, but this also checks the level of the mowing deck, which is very critical for a smooth cut. As you can see, ours are dialed in at 3 inches on each side. After checking the front blade mowing tips, you're also going to want to check the rear tip of the blade as it's facing front to rear on the machine. There should be a difference in cutting. Check your mower operator's manual for the proper pitch adjustment. You can use your block to support the mowing deck while you loosen jam nuts and make adjustments. All mowing decks have a slight pitch to them, meaning that it's leaning forward towards the front of the machine, whether it be a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch, or whatever the mowing manufacturer suggests. This is how the machine creates its vacuum and gives you a nice cut quality while the machine is moving at a forward speed across your lawn. If you don't have one of these gauges, you can also use a scrap piece of wood, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. You're just going to go down and measure right at the blade tip and make a small mark on the wood. Use your tape measure and measure out and ensure that you have your 3-inch mark And there you go. We're right at 3 inches. You can use this same procedure to set up any hand mowers. Ensuring that you're not cutting below 3 inches, your mower deck level and your pitch is critical to the quality of your cut. We have these machines dialed in at 3 inches right now, as we've demonstrated. However, during the cutting season, when it starts to become hot, we increase the mowing height to 3.5 inches. This can be done with simple adjustments on your machine. Check your manufacturer's operator's manual on how to raise and lower the cutting height position. Some manufacturers have different settings. You never really truly know what a setting is in cutting inches above the ground. We use 3 inches in the spring and in the fall. However, for the last cut of the year, you want to make sure that you take it as low as possible without scalping your lawn. This will keep the grass from matting down and creating any type of snow mold while the lawn is dormant underneath winter precipitation. If cutting your own lawn is not exactly your definition of a good time, give us a call and we'll be more than happy to come out and give you a no obligation free estimate for your property to be serviced on a regular basis. Don't forget to subscribe to our feed for more lawn and landscape tips, and check us out on the web at www.mikesplc.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.